Good morning, Mark. Hey, that day has finally come. Our wedding is tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh, hey Beth. Yeah, finally, huh? So, how are things at home? You folks doing okay? It's been a while since you've been back.
Yeah, my folks are all excited. Mom's cooking me up my favorite food. It'll be nice.
That sounds great.
We already submitted the marriage certificate. So, although we're officially married, it's still nice to have a real wedding. Makes it legitimate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. All the preparations are set, and all we have to do is wait, and you'll be walking down the aisle in no time.
You're making me nervous already. Well, I better get to bed. Got a long day tomorrow. Let's meet at the wedding hall tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem. I'll be there.
Let's see. This is Randy, a friend of Mark's. I'm sure you heard from Mark that I made all the arrangements for the wedding. That little surprise he talked to you about? I'll set that in motion right when you say your vows. Just so you know, this little show is gonna wow everyone there. My idea, by the way. Yes, you have a bundle of nerves. Hope it goes without a hitch. Okay, see you later. No response from you about that last message I sent you earlier. Oh well, suppose you're just busy getting ready. You know all about how this is gonna go down. I mean, Mark and went over it countless times. Okay, here I go. Let's get the show on the road. Okay, that's that. Mission accomplished. Boy, you really did a great acting job there, Beth. Her surprise, Oscar material for sure. Man, I ran in there, stopped the whole proceeding, swept you off your feet to my car waiting outside, and we took off. The performance you put on was so real, yelling and screaming at me to stop. It was totally awesome. To be honest, I actually thought it was all real for a second. But did you really have to keep up the performance in the car? I suppose you really got into character, and I understand that it's probably hard to set your mind straight again. You went so far that you ended up ripping your wedding dress. Just so you know, that was not my fault. You just overdid it with your acting. I don't want you charging me for damaging the dress or anything later on. And costs like that, I mean, I suggest you ask Mark about that. Okay, now that the plan is over, I'm gonna go into hiding until things cool down. See you later, and good luck with the rest.
Well, that prank was a piece of cake. Great planning by yours truly. Bet you were super surprised. So how'd it go? You should have seen everyone's faces. You heard about our little prank from Randy, right? It's not every day you see that kind of elaborate prank. Awesome, wasn't it? I already explained everything on my end, so it's safe to come back. Alrighty then. I better get going. Hey Beth, you there? You even seeing my text? I know that prank probably really got you, but relax and come on back. All is safe now. If you don't come back in time, all the scheduling for the wedding is gonna get all screwed up. Oh, I get it. That prank was a bit too much for you. You pissed off at me or something? Is that why you're not responding to my messages? Is that it? Or is this like your reverse playing a prank on me? Is that it? Come on, Beth. Women dream of such situations. It's like that famous movie. All women want to be in this kind of position at least once in their lives. This is a surprise that me and my friend Randy played on you. Something you'll remember for the rest of your life. Oh, come on, you should be overjoyed that it played out so smoothly. Well, I'm serious. Please get back here ASAP. Where the hell are you? Stop being so stubborn. You know what you just did? You didn't get here, so we had no choice but to cancel the wedding. How could you do this? I'm not going to pay a cent for the cost. You know that, right? The bill's going to you. I told all the guests that you suddenly had a change of heart and took off with Randy. That the whole thing was actually real. That's true anyway, right? I mean, I can't even get a hold of Randy for God's sake. You're still with him, aren't you? You know what, Beth? I really didn't think you're that kind of woman. I had you pegged all wrong. I was completely snookered by you. How could you do this to me? The only thing left is divorce. Yeah, that's right, divorce. You're gonna pay for this too. I mean, literally.
Mark,
Finally, I was wondering when you were gonna respond. Where the hell you been? How could you run off with Randy like that? It's supposed to be a friggin' prank, for God's sake. So how does it feel to calm you like that? I was such an idiot, I thought I was the one playing the prank.
did Dad contact you?
Huh? Dad? What are you talking about?
I'm at the hospital now.
Pardon me? At the hospital? Why?
I was kidnapped from that wedding by that guy, Randy. He took me to some place and threw me into this dark room. He unlocked the door, and I wasn't able to get out.
All you had to do was send me a message on your phone. Did you even think about that?
My phone is at the wedding hall. I can't very well carry it while I said my vows.
Excuse me? At the wedding hall?
I was finally able to get it back like 5 minutes ago. As a result, I wasn't able to see the messages that you and Randy sent to me. I never saw those messages. I had the fingerprint lock on it, so I wasn't able to get someone to check the messages either. And there seems to have been a total lack of communication between you and Randy. I'm sure you can comprehend the current situation, right?
The current situation? What do you mean?
I'm saying all this time I wasn't able to get help from anybody. I was completely helpless.
You serious? But I was only trying to...
I later learned that I was locked up in a warehouse. It just so happened that a security guard was making his rounds and happened to find me passed out on the floor. I was taken to the hospital by ambulance. All I had were some scratches and bruises, but I did hit my head in that dark room. So I'll be staying overnight here just in case.
Which hospital are you staying at?
Do you really think I'm going to tell you?
Of course I want you to tell me. What are you talking about? I'm your husband, for God's sake. I'm concerned for the well-being of my wife. We also have to talk about the wedding. We have to reschedule it, right? We have to explain the whole situation to everyone. Clear any misconceptions.
Wait, you're not seriously thinking about rescheduling the wedding, are you?
Of course I am. This time we'll do it right. No more silly pranks. I do it all different. I'll think it's some kind of surprise that you really appreciate. Of course, any surprise will be totally risk-free. I give you my word. I'll think this through, I swear.
No thanks. I've had enough. I want a divorce.
Oh, you're not serious. Come on, Beth, it was just a joke. Hey, Beth, I know you're seeing this. Pick up. Why the hell did you hire a lawyer? I went to my dad's place after the conversation with you, and he told me to never come back home again. And then today, a lawyer you hired came to my place. What the heck is going on here, Beth? He's demanding that I pay damages to you, and that I have to pay for the entire wedding. Seriously? What the hell is this, Beth? We're married. I'm married like a month. You can't do this. And you went ahead and canceled our honeymoon too? What's gotten into you, Beth? You were looking forward to that trip. What's going on in that head of yours?
What's going on? I want to ask you the same thing, Mark. Well, what's going on in my head right now is that, well, put it simply, divorce.
Wait, what?
Do you even realize the sheer terror I went through with your demented prank? I get the feeling you have not an inkling of care for what you did, or what emotional distress you caused me.
Come on, Beth, it was a wedding prank. A surprise, and a pretty cool one at that. All I did was think up the most elaborate prank I could play on you. Something that you'd remember for the rest of your life. I know maybe it was a little wild, but I bet you won't forget it anytime soon. Am I right?
You call that prank a little wild? Your little wild prank ruined the entire wedding! Not to mention our marriage!
That's because you didn't come back right away.
Did you not hear the part where I said I was locked in a warehouse? Are you really that daft, Mark? Oh yeah, didn't I also say I had no way of communicating? On top of that, you canceled the wedding and said that I actually did run off with Randy. You make me out to be a total tramp. I'm also thinking of suing you for defamation.
Oh, hold it a second. Wait, what?
I want a divorce now. Not tomorrow or next week. Now! I don't want anything to do with you. Just being around you is trauma for me. Am I getting through to you, Mark? Please, I don't ever want to see you again.
But I was only trying to make the wedding something unforgettable, something we could talk about for years to come. Hey, Beth, what the hell's going on? I just learned that both me and Randy, we just got fired from our jobs. Is this all you're doing?
Please, Mark, not again.
What do you mean, not again? This is serious business. This is our livelihood you're talking about. How are we supposed to pay you for damages and the cost of the wedding if we don't have jobs? You tell me, Beth. Lose my job and all payment stops. You're just making it worse for you.
I'm sure you already heard where I was locked up after Randy kidnapped me from the wedding.
Pardon me?
That warehouse is owned by your company. The company that you and Randy work at. You use a company warehouse for your treacherous little prank. Do you really think that the company would simply look the other way? Do you guys really think you guys can keep your jobs after dragging the company into this, frankly, dangerous prank?
But we were on...
Anyways, you're barking up the wrong tree. I had nothing to do with you guys getting fired. The company made the decision all on their own.
Then maybe you can talk to them, you know? Get them to forget the whole thing, that you aren't gonna press charges or anything. That we didn't mean any harm.
Are you really asking me to help you?
Yeah, it's the least you could do for your husband.
Our divorce has already gone through. So I really don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, hold it. What did you just say?
I was just getting to that. My lawyer submitted the divorce papers with your signature on it. So it's done. We already submitted all the papers at City Hall. It's all over. Kaput.
You already submitted them.
Yeah, that's right. Sooner the better, right? About the damages I was demanding, your folks paid the entire amount today. They said you'll be paying them back for it. Same with Randy. I just checked my bank account. He deposited the entire amount I was demanding. I got all I was asking for. Why stay married, right?
But so soon? Couldn't you have waited? I mean, we loved each other all these years. How could you just drop it like that? It just seems so unexpected.
You brought this all on yourself with that stupid prank. I thought you had more common sense, Mark. And please, did we really love each other like you said?
Beth, come on, let's give this one more chance. What do you say? I'll think of a real interesting surprise for you this time. The safe kind, I swear.
Are you still talking about surprises? What's this weird obsession with surprises, Mark? It's kind of creepy, to be honest.
But the reason why you went through with the divorce is because you didn't appreciate my prank, right?
Pardon me?
So, please give me another chance.
I don't understand you, Mark. Your goofy thought process really bewilders me.
Beth, please.
Goodbye forever, Mark. That guy. He couldn't figure out what he did wrong to the very end. I keep asking myself why I even fell for this guy. And however short, marrying that idiot. Considering the way that guy thinks, I was worried he would come barging into our house, demanding to talk to me. So, my parents and I decided to move to a neighboring town, some distance away from Mark. And what do you know? Just as I had foreseen, Randy and Mark came banging on my door late one night. They apparently thought we were still living there, and made quite a scene in front of the house. I guess they figured all would be resumed once I got back together with him, and probably thought that they could get their jobs back as well. But all they did was get arrested by the police for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. Luckily, we weren't there anymore. Now, both of them had criminal records, and their prospects for a decent job went straight down the drain. The decision to move out and start a new life with my family was the best decision I made. I work remote, so there's no particular job position I'm tied to, so I'm sure they will never locate me again. No more silly pranks for me.
Hey, Terry, are you there? You do realize that this is my parents' home. We're already divorced, so I want you out of there ASAP. How much longer do you plan to stay? I want you out. You've practically taken over the living room. Are you out of your mind? The place looks like a total pigsty.
Is it you again, Erica? Why you keep on harping on and on about that? For your information, I do not plan on leaving.
Why not?
'Cause Mom said so. She said that once you get married, the wife provides everything to the husband. That's apparently the accepted practice. So, even though we are divorced, you were once my wife, and everything you own has been transferred to me.
Are you nuts? I've never heard such hogwash in my life. Did your mom grow up in the Middle Ages or something? Besides, this is not my house. It's my parents' place. They've got nothing to do with your hokey-pokey beliefs.
I'm gonna say this one more time. Once we're married, what's yours becomes mine, even if we're divorced. Therefore, the house now belongs to me. I want you out of my house ASAP, you parasite!
Parasite? Have you totally lost it, Terry?
You're an unwelcome bug. Where did I put that bug spray? I really should have this whole house fumigated.
Terry, you've totally gone wacko. You really should see a doctor. Just get the hell out of my house, please.
That's my line. Lee, would you please? For God's sake. Besides, the baseball game's about to start. Okay, that's enough texting for today. I'm gonna crack open a nice cold beer and enjoy this game. So, get lost. Please, just pack your bags and do a vanishing act, would you?
Terry, come on, this is nuts. Terry, are you there? Answer me for God's sake. I just got home from work and my keys don't work. Did you go and change the locks?
Hey, back from work so early?
You didn't, did you? Change the damn locks?
That's right, I changed them. You just wouldn't listen to me, so I took drastic measures. It was the only way to keep you out.
Man, you've really gone too far.
How many times do I have to keep repeating myself? This is my house!
And how many times do I have to keep denying it? This is my parents' house. And also, I just saw our nameplate outside. Did you really use a magic marker to scratch out my name? You've gone completely unglued. What else can I say?
Well, that's about all I could do for now. I'll have a proper one made later. Just the first step towards establishing my ground.
You have no legal right to be doing this. You do realize that, right? Just open this damn door.
No can do. This is my house, remember? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it, but my mom is also moving in next month.
Excuse me? What?
I had no choice but to kick you out. You're like a stubborn stain that just won't come off. I need a super strong detergent to get that darn stain off and for good.
Are you trying to take over this house?
Like I said, this is my home. I'm not trying to take it over. It's already mine. If you have nothing else, please get lost.
Terry, you're going to regret this.
Finally gave up, I see. Now I can finally relax. May as well crack open another beer. Stay the hell out of my house.
Hey, Jim, could you put me up for the night?
Huh? Is that you, Erica? What's up, sis?
Actually, it may not be just tonight. Maybe a bit longer.
Yeah, no problem, but why? What's wrong? Got a long drive ahead of you, though. From there, it'll take at least an hour.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you directly anyway.
Yeah? Talk to me about what?
Terry just commanded her house.
Huh? What do you mean, commandeer? Do you mean like he confiscated it or something?
Yup, that's exactly right. Just took it over as if it were his. He even changed the lock to the front door.
You're talking about Mom and Dad's place, right? I know Mom and Dad asked you to take care of the place while they were gone. You work nearby, don't you? You're talking about that house, right?
Yes, that's right. It's only been 3 days since we got divorced, but he just won't leave. Says it's his place now. He even said his mom is moving in next month. Can you believe it? Right after the divorce went through, I demanded that he leave, but he was persistent. Just wouldn't budge. I've been pleading with him to leave for 3 days straight. I had an important business meeting today, so I was out all day. But when I got home, the door was locked and I couldn't get into my own home.
Man, I can't believe he went to all the trouble of changing the lock.
I know, he's totally bonkers. I was going to call the cops, but I didn't want to cause a big scene, so late at night... You know the Dawsons next door, right? Well, they just had a baby a few weeks ago, so I decided not to cause a ruckus. For now at least, and decided to contact you. Sorry about this.
Don't worry about it. But why would Terry be so adamant about staying at the house? Why not just move to his parents' place or something? He's the one who wanted a divorce. He should be the one to leave.
Yeah, well, I think it's his mother. Probably filling his head with all kinds of nonsense. Apparently, she told him that even if we get divorced, everything I own becomes his. I can't understand that logic, of course.
So, he got into his head that the house is his. I haven't talked to you about your personal matters much, but as far as I've heard, the reason you divorced was something to do with Terry's mother being a real pain in the ass. Nitpicking about everything you did. And the fact that Terry never really stuck up for you and always took his mother's side.
I never thought it would escalate to this after the divorce went through. I mean, who would have imagined?
How about all your stuff? What happened to everything?
Yeah, about that. I got most of my valuables like jewelry and cash, but there was a bunch of other stuff that I had to leave behind.
Oh, that's too bad. Anyway, no problem staying here with me. Come on over and we'll have dinner ready for you. We can talk more then.
Thanks, Jim. I knew I could rely on my big brother.
We need to sit down and discuss plans to get that house back. Maybe we should give Dad a call.
Huh? Call Dad? But he's way across the state.
Yeah. I heard he'll be in the next county over for a business meeting tomorrow. He said it's like an hour or two drive. If we explain the situation, I'm sure he'll rush over to help us.
Really? If Dad were here, things would go a lot smoother. After all, it's his property.
Okay. It's all set then. I'll call Dad right away and
You get your little butt down here.
Tim!
Just kidding. Be careful driving down here.
Okay, thanks, big brother. Hey, Terry, are you there? You will be leaving that house today. Mark my words.
Oh, come on! Not you again! What the hell do you want? I thought we settled this yesterday! You're really hell-bent on getting this house back, aren't you?
You're really hell-bent on squatting. I know why you're squatting in my house. You got fired from your job and can't rent a place, right?
Huh? Where'd you hear that?
And the reason why you can't go to your mom's apartment? It seems she's heavily in debt and can't pay the rent this month. So she's getting kicked out.
Who the hell told you all that?
Your friend. The one who took my side during the divorce hearings. He did a little checking for me.
Randy! I knew that guy since high school! How could he do this to me?
Yeah, Randy. He's a way better person than you. He was shocked how you treated me. He told me everything. So you and your mom have nowhere to live. So you decide to take over my parents' house. Do you really think such a preposterous scheme would really work?
Of course it would work! This place is already mine! The only people that have the right to live here are me and my mom! My wife's stuff is my stuff, ex or otherwise! Get that through your head! This house is mine! No ifs, ands, or buts about it! It's settled! This is our home, buddy! Huh? Who is this? Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it, Terry? You remember me. Jim, Erica's older brother. Jim? What the hell do you want? Just helping out my little sister. This has nothing to do with you. I don't have your line ID, so I'm using Erica's phone. I hope you don't mind. You're not here with Erica, are you? Yeah, I am. Along with my father. Your father's here too? Now, why wouldn't he be here? After all, it's his property. He owns the land. And the house itself, that's in my name. Seriously? I thought the house and land was in Erica's name. Yeah, it's her family home, but she doesn't own it legally. We do. She never told me that! My father and I live and work over in another county, so obviously we can't live there. Then you and Erica got married and simply started living there on our behalf. She worked nearby, so we didn't mind. Besides, it was great to have someone looking after the house for us. We're not living there now, but we eventually plan to return. It's our family home, after all, and we plan to keep it that way. But... You must have figured you could just take over the place since we weren't living there. Well, you know, I was just trying to... Alright then. How about this? I'll get back together with Erica. Excuse me? Are you saying you guys are gonna get married again? The divorce just went through 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah, well, it happens a lot, right? Just a difference of opinion, but we still love each other. We'll invite my mom and we can live as one big happy family. Problem solved. I heard the reason you guys got a divorce was because of your mom. She really did a number on Erica. Drove her nuts, I hear. Huh? No. My mom never. And you never had her back. Always sticking up for your mom. Must have been really lonely to have no one to comfort her. I don't see why she would want to remarry a mama's boy like you. I mean, really? She would be nuts to even consider it. Yo, well, that's me and Erica's problem. We'll work it out.
All right, then. Why don't we meet? You, me, and my dad. Let's talk this out and come to some sort of agreement. What do you say?
Huh? Meet? In person? Where?
My dad had the locksmith open the back door.
Huh? A locksmith? Back door?
You're gonna need some talking to about personal property, my friend. You know what? Actually, now that you guys are divorced, we could call the cops. You know, report an intruder. You could get shot.
Please. No cops.
This locksmith guy is good. We're coming in.
Please. We can do this later. I have some errands to run right now, so... Erica! Are you there? Please, help me!
What do you want?
Your brother and your dad, they're making me work at some work site.
Oh, yeah. I figured it would turn out this way. I hear it's a live-in job, and your mom can join you. Sounds pretty good if you ask me. I mean, you guys had no job or a place to live. Worked out perfectly. You should be grateful to my brother and my dad. They did you a favor.
Are you kidding me? This ain't no favor! I'd rather be jobless and homeless than do this crap! You really think my mom and I are happy working at Gonzo Sanitation Services?
My brother and dad pulled some strings to get you guys that live-in job. I wish you would show some appreciation.
But we can't work there, of all places!
Come on, don't be such a wimp. You'll get used to it in no time. It may be hard for a while, but just think. Someday you'll grow to love that job. Good luck.
Don't give me that good luck crap! Why the hell did you even bring your brother and dad to the house anyway? Why couldn't you leave things as it were? Everything was going just great! All you had to do was keep your mouth shut, hand over the house to me. Nobody would have been the wiser! But you had to blab about this to your brother and your dad!
What's wrong with you? Do you still not understand?
What are you talking about?
The house. It's in my brother and father's name. It's not mine and it's certainly not yours. Get that through your dim-witted head of yours, would you? I'm sick of repeating myself. Even if I simply said, okay, Terry, I'll give you the house. Do you really think that would pass? I could point at the house next door and say, that's yours. Would that make it yours? Same thing.
Yeah, well...
You really need to catch up on some basic rules of society for God's sake. Well, you got plenty of time to think it over with your mom. Good luck.
Hold on a sec, Erica.
So long, Terry. Have a good life.
Please, Erica, don't abandon me!
Terry was texting me like that while packing up his stuff. My brother and my dad kept an eye on him while he got ready. They obviously suspected he was texting me, trying to get me to reconsider. I gave my brother the text exchange later on, and he handed the transcript to Terry's new boss, who used it as future reference. As part of his employee training, I suppose. As for Terry's mom, she had accumulated considerable debt. I hear she's working hard to pay that off by working double shifts as part of the road crew. Oh, and my father had several cases of expensive craft beer that he had collected and stored in the fridge down in the cellar. When he found out that practically all of it was gone, he went ballistic. He had even ordered several cases from Europe, some rare, hard-to-get brand. Some of it was very rare, irreplaceable, I heard. It was all valued at more than $10,000. Terry was utterly shocked to get the bill. He figured it was just your usual Bud Light. All I could do was shake my head in disbelief.